This is me hitting insane sniper trick shots before the Season 3 update. And this is me hitting another trick shot after the update. No difference, right? No matter how nerfed sniper is right now, I will give you 21 tips on how you can hit shots like me even with the nerf. And by the end of this video, you will be insane at sniping. We will begin with settings. So the first tip I have for you is, most importantly, sensitivity. You can't hit shots if you're not comfortable with the sensitivity you're using. If you're missing a lot of shots, flicking past the target, or moving your crosshair really slowly, then you need to tweak your sensitivity. Use one sensitivity for a couple of days, and if it feels too fast or too slow, just tweak it until it feels better. Then use that for a couple of days and keep tweaking it like that until you're comfortable with the sense you're using, and finally hitting your shots. The next tip inside your settings is the camera zoom effect. Having this too high or too low isn't that good either. I personally have it on 70%, which is, I would say, the highest I would recommend going. It's much easier to see targets that are far away from you, while lower zoom effects makes it easier in close range. This is totally preference based. I prefer 70%, and as you can see, I have no issues in close range fights. The last setting I have for you is located in crosshair settings. You can actually disable bars on your sniper rifle, disable the dot in the middle, or change the color of the dot. These settings are not game changing, but it's pretty good to know that they exist. Definitely test it all and let me know in the comments what feels the best. Also, fun fact, the dot becomes smaller if you're aiming far away. The closer you aim, the bigger the dot becomes. Did you know that reload time on sniper is shorter when reloading on 1 bullet instead of 0? Now you do. So the next time you get down to 1 bullet, if you're in a safe position, make sure to reload since the animation will be quicker compared to reloading on 0 bullets, which can be crucial after the Season 3 update. Never pick the same spot. I have seen a lot of sniper players constantly pick the exact same spot over and over again, which completely throws them off because they become predictable. If your opponent sees you peek from the same position twice, they will expect you there for third time too and punish you for it. You never want to stay in the same position, which brings us to one of the biggest pieces of advice I give to sniper players, which is always moving around. I can't explain how simple this is, yet how much better it makes you at the game. It's literally a game changer. Peek from one spot, instantly hide or go back and reposition to a different spot, then do the same there and constantly keep moving from one position to another while consistently taking shots. This makes you harder to hit, unpredictable, and really strong at the same time. Just don't sleep on repositioning. Another important tip about peeking is never standing in the open for too long. It just makes things so much worse, and people punish this pretty well. There's one really good tip for improving at the game pretty fast, and that's hitting that subscribe button and staying up to date with my guides and coaching videos. They will help you a ton, trust me. Also, never get too close unless the opponent struggles in close range. You almost always want to keep distance from your opponent so they deal less damage, and you also get to maximize your accuracy. If the opponent is really good at long range but struggles up close, getting close with sniper might not be such a bad thing. If you're wondering how you're supposed to hit sniper shots up close, well, there's a simple solution in tip number 9: quickscoping. We are all familiar with quickscoping, but how does it work and why should you use it? Scoping is when you zoom in, while quickscoping would be zooming in, but quickly. To know which timing is the best, you can focus on shooting whenever your screen becomes black because of the sniper scope. So as soon as you see your screen become black on the sides, shoot, just like I'm showing on the screen. It will take a lot of time to master this, but the more you try, the better you will get at timing it and eventually become really good at quickscoping. While we're at it, it's important to mention sniper skins. Skins in this game don't make you better, that's a myth. There are, though, some specific features that certain skins have that others don't, such as iron sights or making sniper quickscoping easier. Do you think you could guess which skin that is? Yes, it's Pixel. Pixel feels laggy and it looks like a basic sniper. So what's so special about it? Why does every player or content creator use it? Well, it's pretty simple. Quickscoping with it feels a lot easier. I personally don't focus too much on quickscope timing, so I completely ignore the difference between these skins. But if you wanted to buy a sniper skin that would actually affect your gameplay, Pixel would be the one. We covered quickscoping, but what about hard scoping? Or well, scoping for a really long time. In most cases, it's not smart to stay aimed in for too long because it makes you see less on the screen and your enemies can see the glimpse even when you're standing behind a wall, so it completely reveals your position. There is a good thing about hard scoping too, which is taking more time to line up your shots or focusing more on actual accuracy. What did I mean by lining up your shot? You probably think tracking is only used with ARs, paintball guns, or weapons like that, but have you ever thought about how you can use tracking with sniper? I do this from time to time for fun, and it's actually really simple and a lot easier for hitting shots too. You want to focus on your opponent's movement, so if you can perfectly read which direction they're moving in, you can track them with your crosshair and then click on their head whenever you're 100% sure they want to move or do something that would make you miss. You should definitely try that. It helps a ton, especially after the most recent sniper nerf, which made it much harder to hit shots. With tracking comes flicking too. This is unfortunately something I or anybody else can't really teach you. It looks pretty cool to do and it can save you in a lot of situations, but getting used to it and mastering it takes a really long time, and not everyone can flick consistently. So I personally don't recommend focusing on this mechanic too much. Sniper is a pretty slow weapon, which can obviously make your movement slower too, and with slower movement it's easier for your opponent to eliminate you. So the best way to fix this and actually have decent movement is by using quick melee. No matter which melee you're using, whether it's fist or sight, using melee whenever you can without risking getting shot will help your movement a lot. Another important piece of advice is to use quick melee after every sniper shot or whenever you're reloading. This cancels animations while giving you additional movement boosts, since you can't chain 2 sniper shots that fast anyways. Talking about quick melee, you should definitely combine sniper with sight, since you can use it to dash away after every snipe or dash onto the arena walls to take a shot and then instantly slide down. The possibilities are endless. You can do the same thing with grappler too, just a bit slower. You have probably seen me use jump pad a lot, and while I do use it mainly for trick shotting, learning jump pad movements makes you so much harder to track while mid-air. And if you get to that level of sniping where you can hit consistent shots while having that momentum, you can become absolutely invincible. All you need are fists and jump pad, or even daggers too to make it even better. You can also use fists for normal movement or jump pad for climbing walls and platforms. You can also pair sniper with trowel. It might seem confusing at first, but trowel is one of the most underrated melees you can use, and especially on open maps. It allows you to place additional cover in front of you and use the wall for peeking better, repositioning, or just blocking shots. You can also use the trowel glitch to go insanely high for some cool shots or climbing spots. For all of you who bought the Season 3 Battle Pass, Grappler gives you some really good plays. You don't have to use it just for movement. You can also use it to pull enemies towards you and line up the sniper shot much easier, since they usually get pulled in a straight line. Pretty cool, right? Tip number 20 is the loadout you use with sniper. All of the tips we covered won't matter much if the loadout you're using looks like this. The most common loadout would be sniper, any secondary, sight, and warhorn. You can also use medkit instead of warhorn, or if you want my main loadout, you can use exogun and grappler instead. Now, most importantly, how do you practice everything we just talked about? Well, you can master the basics in the shooting range, but when it comes to implementing it against real opponents, I recommend FFA or Team Deathmatch the most, since people there move unpredictably, and it will help you become more accurate while also focusing on positioning and movement. Or if that's too laggy for you, just normal matches will help you improve the most. It's fine if you lose, as long as you work on your mistakes and eventually learn how to snipe properly. That will be it for today's sniper tips and tricks. If you guys found this helpful, let me know down in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos.